Alright guys, good morning. It is 7:30 in the morning. When did we get here last night? 1:30? 1:30, 2 o'clock? It felt like 4. Man, I was so tired. I'm still tired. Plan was we were going to sleep till 8 o'clock this morning. We slept at the place. And we were going to sleep till 8 o'clock this morning, and we get a call from RTS saying OTR Capital's being a pain in the butt again. Please do yourself a favor. If you have OTR, cancel them right now. Is this guy gonna leave through here? Let me pull up. I don't know if he can fit between us or not.
Keep going. That's the guy that's honking.
Oh, was it? Another reason we're awake. Hopefully there's actually an exit. Surely we're not blocking the only entry exit because there's trucks piled up in front of me. Anyways, OTR's just being a pain in the ass of letting us switch over. Just constantly being a pain in the ass. I thought we were switched over. We factored a bunch of loads. We still haven't got the money. It's like they're refusing to sign paperwork. It's just a nightmare. I can't believe how childish they're being. Golly. So, he just keeps his load levelers sideways for his ramps. Anyways, we're here now. We slept here, so we don't have to start our clock. And, feel so much better. So the guy, the contractor last night, after he went to go get those fork extenders, was on his way back, and a rock hit his window and completely shattered his window. There was glass everywhere. And what else happened? He couldn't drive a forklift to save his life. It was like he just knew the basics of a forklift, but he shouldn't have been on that thing. Man, that was a nightmare. It was like there at the end, the very last piece. He kept picking a piece up and setting it down and then backing out. And then the fork extenders would fall off because they didn't bolt on or chain on. And like, it was a nightmare. Anyways, we're in line now to get loaded. This was supposed to be a load till max weight. But according to this paperwork, we're getting 16 pallets. I don't know if that's the weight. Units shipped, 800. I'm guessing that's the weight. We should be about 22,000 pounds. Picking up some organic composite and some garden soil. I'm guessing it's bagged. And this will have to be tarped. So, anyways, I won't bore you guys to death. We'll see you later. Alright, so I was wrong about the weight. It's said they're about 2,500 pounds a piece. So, you put 18 on us. It calls for 20. So, they want me to weigh. If we can put more on here, they're gonna put more on here. So, what's this guy doing? We feel heavy. I don't think they'll be putting more on us. Hopefully we're not overweight though. So this place is kind of messed up. It's too small for the amount of trucks that they put out through here. You kind of have to maneuver your way through the trucks and then back onto their scale and hope nobody pulls in and blocks you. So he's got 2 trailers on him. He's pulling a double trailer, baby. Morning. Just realized I never showed you guys this load. That's it right there. So, yesterday was pretty stressful for me. I think it was lack of sleep, along with a bunch of other things. People just kept calling me. And then the place came back and tried to give us $150 for us waiting all day long at that bridge job where we had to unload. And then trying to back onto the scale to weigh this. Like I said, it was so muddy out there. You couldn't see the scale. Like it was just completely covered in mud. Like, how are you supposed to find the scale? Anyways, that's the load right there. We were supposed to have 21 pallets, I think. But it's like nobody knows what this stuff weighs. But they load you to max, right? So we had one more back here, and we went and scaled. And we're about 1,700 pounds over, so they had to pull one off. So we have a 2, 4, 6, 2, 6, 8. That's 16, 17 pallets. 17 pallets out of what they were supposed to, or what they thought they could put on me. I just don't understand how these places just don't know what this stuff weighs. Or maybe it was like somebody said on our roofing material. They know what it weighs. They just want to sneak in as much as they can on you. Of course, this company made you wait before you leave. So I don't know if they're trying to sneak anything in on us, or if this is like some type of a soil, or like a potting soil or something. I don't know. Maybe this stuff gets wet through the bag somehow, and that adds poundage. Poundage, is that a word? So let's see what else has happened. The air conditioner's not working in the truck. I don't know what's going on with that. And then I told you guys we shredded that belt in the APU. We haven't found a belt for that. But I got to looking. Since the belt didn't completely break, it was just spinning around, and it beat the wiring harness to death in there. So I have to fix that wiring harness now, because it has just completely chewed up those wires in that. Oh man, I feel like there was something else too. Have I mentioned we're picking up a load going to Utah, Vernal, Utah, which is going to put us really close to the land. You know what really sucks is we had an amazing week last week, and because of those panels, it just has completely shot this week. Like this week won't be half of what last week was. Not even half. Probably a quarter of what. Exactly. It's exactly a quarter of last week. And there's nothing I can do about it, you know? It's like, no matter how hard you work or how fast you want to drive or whatever, when a problem happens, that's out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, they're still good paying loads. These are still good paying loads. It's just sometimes you just can't line things up right. And with us getting screwed out on an entire day, just makes me sick. You know, and you can be a Monday, what do they call it? A Monday morning quarterback. So when we were having problems, you know, I kept thinking, I'm going to get screwed on this. But it's a really good broker. We've done a lot of work for this. I'm like, surely this broker won't screw us. And then the guy that ordered this, or not this, but the panels, I don't know why I keep looking at that, said that he called the panel place. And the panel place was like, look, I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. Tell them I'm going to take care of them. Yada, yada, yada. It was our mistake. We owe them big time. And then there's no service out there, really. And then when you get unloaded at 11:45 at night, obviously nobody's working. So I just kind of trusted that they were going to take care of us. And you guys know, if you guys have been following us, that's how you get screwed. As soon as they take the product off your trailer, they no longer care. They don't care. They quit answering the phones. They quit answering emails. You know what? I'll call him out. It was Armstrong. Armstrong was the broker. So they're usually really good to us. And now it's like, oh, and then, you know, on top of all that, you know, the whole OTR Capital Factoring Company acting super childish, you know. We haven't received a paycheck in like 3 weeks because we can't factor a load because they refuse to release us to a new factoring company. So we can't factor with OTR because then that'll lock us into a contract again. We can't factor with RTS because OTR hasn't released us, and we can't just turn in the invoices to the brokers because then the brokers know that you have a factoring company and they want some type of a release paper saying that the factoring company's okay not to, because usually, you know, basically you sign a contract with a factoring company and you basically, you're telling the factoring company, look, we promise we're gonna put all of our invoices through you so that you can't kind of screw the factoring company out. So let's say you're getting like, I don't know, 3%. Your factoring company's charging you 3%, and let's say a broker only charges you 2%. Well, the factoring company doesn't want you just taking that 2% and screwing them out on everything. They want a piece of everything. So they refuse to give us a letter to release us. It's just a mess, man. It's a mess. We ended up coming down Highway 13 into Colorado. And our only other option would have been going all the way down to 70 and over, right? But they had all of Highway 13 tore up. I think I time-lapsed it, but I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell. Basically, miles of the whole highway they tore up, and we had to drive through the roughest dirt road ever. And it's like, nobody was even working. They had a stop sign guy that would stop you like 10 miles back, and then you'd have to wait on this pilot car to come get you, and then it'd take you through. There wasn't anybody working on that road. It's like, you guys are such a waste. And then it's like, you guys have this heavy equipment. There's no reason that cars and trucks should have to drive through all these ruts and stuff. I mean, once a day you could run a box blade down through there or something and smooth that road out. Instead, you've got like moms and minivans like having to go four-wheeling, you know? It's ridiculous. So anyways, we're 15 minutes from our drop. We got to drop this, and then we have to run down to Pueblo, Colorado, which is about 3 hours from here. Mason ended up calling on a load going to California, and it was paying I normally don't discuss pay, but we didn't get the load, so that's fine. It was paying like $3.75 a mile, and I told Mason, I said, tell them we'll do it for $4. And the guy's like, I don't think they'll go for that. Let me find out. And then Mason called me. He's like, look, it sounds like they don't want to do it. I was like, well, just keep looking, you know, it's whatever. I don't care. And then so he booked this Pueblo one, and then the other one called back and was like, okay, yeah, they agreed to the $4. And Mason's like, dang it, we should have grabbed that load. It was more money overall because it was more miles going to California. And Mason told the broker, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I already booked something. He's like, no, please take this load. We need somebody to take it. We'll pay you guys whatever you need. And it was too late. We'd already booked the load. I'm not the type of guy that will cancel a load so I can make more money on the next load, because I just don't believe in that, you know. Even if I can cancel something and make more money somewhere, then there's a some type of a skull hanging on the fence here. I just feel like karma would come back and get me on that. You know what I mean? So, anyways, we're getting woken up, and we're gonna go get this dropped. Man, I've been driving a lot of late nights because we have to start so late. Because we started at 11:45 yesterday. I drove till, I don't even know when I stopped, honestly. And my body isn't adjusted to that. I got to get out of that because it can be dangerous. So, anyways, all right, let's go. Well, we made it to our drop. I think those are some old C10s right there, Nate. Nula's trying to play with this dog over here that won't play with her. I think her name's Josie. She's got more anxiety than fat butts. You think she's older?
He said she's 10.
Oh, you're 10 years old. Well, we noticed we got a little bit of a radiator, or yeah, we've got a coolant leak. You can see it on the oil pan down there. I'm hoping it's the filter. It kind of looks like it's coming around the filter. So we're gonna stop somewhere. We're gonna get this filter changed and hope that stops that leak.
Do you not want to run the truck? Because I can make coffee if you run the truck.
We can run the truck.
So I can make it while we're unloading.
Sure.
Somebody's got to watch his dog, though. Butt.
We can put her back up.
Butt. I think she's having a good time out here.
Are you having a good time out here?
She's walking around and stuff. Somebody's just got to watch her.
Well, we made it to Pueblo, and before we left the place that we dropped that load this morning, I had my son call the broker and tell them, we are going to be running late, make sure that's okay. And the broker said, that will be fine. We get here at 3 o'clock, and now they're telling me they won't load us here after 1:30. So now we're stuck. This week has this week's gone to shit. All right, looks like we are back in business. Look how loose that belt is on that top part there. Look at it flopping around. I don't know if it showed up on camera. I wonder if I can tighten that up. All right, good morning. It is 6 o'clock, as you can tell from my ugly mug. So last time you seen me, we were working on the APU. That was an abandoned Kmart parking lot. I got a little weirded out because nobody else was parking there, so we came back to the place where we're supposed to pick up, and there's a place down the road here. And people just kind of park wherever they want. Anyways, we're here. They don't open up, the scale doesn't open up till 6:30. They don't start loading you till 7, but there's already a line up there. We get to use the pipe stakes that we got to use maybe once with the hot shot. I know at least once. I can't remember if we ever used it any more than that. So I don't know. Hopefully it works out. So we still have to wait about another 30 minutes for the scale to open up. Then they scale you, and then you have to go and pull back somewhere and wait, and then they come get you, I think. So I don't know. We'll see in a bit. All right, so here's the deal. We waited all day yesterday. We came in here this morning, and they won't load step decks with these pipe. So they won't load us. I don't know, Mason's calling the broker right now. All right, so I got on the load board, and there's multiple brokers listing that same load that we just lost as step deck. We booked ours through King of Freight. I called C.H. Robinson, they had the same load. Our broker won't answer the phone, so I found another load going to Utah. So we're on our way to Colorado Springs right now to pick it up. It's supposed to be a container and a pallet. So only supposed to be 25,000. It's going to go to from Colorado Springs to West Jordan, and it's a crane unload. So I'm not crazy about the crane unload, but we went out and bought some fishing poles and all last night because we were going to go fishing at the land. Can't find it, grind it, right? So what is it?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, all right. We'll see you at Colorado Springs. Blah, blah, blah.